Hey, you all. I'm gonna totally use those numbers every single time I start a video. So thank you very much for joining me. My name is Rob Culpa. I know that I have this streaming on YouTube and you may be watching live or watching the replay, but this is kind of a sort of a team training, team meeting that we're doing. What we do is we are independent brand promoters for the company le-vel, le-vel, and the le-vel.com website. The le-vel.com website is the creators, and the company is the creators of the Thrive Experience, which is kind of a fancy name for 3 steps of a vitamin supplement system, which works absolutely amazing. And the reason why we promote this company and we promote these products is because we're using them and we've seen some amazing results. You guys, at one point I was over 300 pounds. So I can tell you that for me personally, it's given me energy. It's given me drive and passion that I never had before. If you see pictures of me when I'm 25, you'd guess I'm 35. And if you just ran into me on the streets today, you would not guess that I was 35, almost 36 years old. And it's because it's really helped me re-find so much value in my life. And so what I did is I actually joined up with the company to become an independent brand promoter. And like so many other network marketing companies that are out there, you end up kind of um, you end up really being weary of that idea of kind of like a pyramid scheme or being forced into promoting. And what's so cool about le-vel is that we really want to lead with the products. We want to lead with the Thrive Experience. And that's how most of us who are promoting in this company, that's how we joined this company. It's why we joined this company, is because we were simply just sharing the Thrive Experience with other people. We got our 2 referrals because the company allows you to get 2 referrals as a customer and Thrive for free. So you're not promoting, you're not selling the product, you're just telling people how you feel. And then if they want to thrive, you connect them to your specific independent brand promoter, your sponsor. And if they order and you have 2 people referred in 1 month place an order, you get the next month for free. And every month that those same 2 people order, you continue to get it for free. So you can build referrals even as a customer and never even switch to a promoter, get your product for free, and never have to worry about it. But I started building more referrals and I started actually developing a couple of people. And so my sponsor, my upline said, hey, maybe you should switch to promote. And I said, I don't want to have to buy packages. I don't want to have to do anything. I was actually a business owner. I owned a small video store here in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. And I was like, I'm just so busy with this. I don't want to promote. I just don't have the time to do that. And I'm really not willing to pay those monthly fees or some sort of auto ship fees or website fees or any of that stuff. And they said, you know what? You don't have to pay any of that because le-vel doesn't charge you anything. As an independent brand promoter for le-vel, the only thing you have to do is take your Thrive. And you don't even have to do that. If you want to stop, you stop. But I don't see why anyone would want to stop. But that's the only thing. Like by you taking your Thrive and sharing with people how great you feel, you're going to start to get interest. And as you get interest, you plug them in to this amazing system. And that's where we're at right now, you guys. This is one of the training videos that we do to kind of just help our teams understand different ways to be able to make this work. And the cool thing about network marketing, you all, is that you have the opportunity to turn this into a very lucrative, very, very successful business just by sharing products that you're already using and connecting to people that are already helping support you. And that's one of the cool parts about it, is getting that support with an amazing group of people. And that's what we do not only with our thrivers and our customers, but also with our team. And so my name is Rob Culpa, and our team is called the Team Peacemakers. And really, as you can see up there in the top corner there, what we believe is we believe that by spreading peace and bringing peace to people's lives through nutrition, through leadership, through support, through friendship, through caring, we can make the world a little bit of a better place. And so we actually have wristbands that say spreading peace and changing lives daily. And that's truly what we believe that we're doing. So thank you so much for watching, whether you guys are a part of Team Peacemakers, whether you're a part of a different le-vel team, or you're just interested in learning a little bit more about what we do here. That's kind of a quick breakdown. We have the best commission system that's out there, the best compensation system. We have amazing bonuses and amazing benefits. If you want more info on either one of those, feel free to reach out to me and I'll gladly get that info to you. I am just double checking here. It looks like I have some team members that were trying to get in and weren't able to get in. So today, one of our main topics that we're going to talk about, you guys, is we are talking about daily method of operations, daily tasks, daily things to get done that help you develop your business, but aren't the obvious things. You know, obviously, if you can make a sale every day in a sales business, you're doing pretty good. But the thing is most businesses don't have sales like that, you know. um you just it's difficult to get a sale every day and something where you're actually trying to help people make big changes. And so some people do, some people don't. When you're first starting off in this business, you have this amazing VIP 800 and 1600 period. It's the first 2 weeks after you click the brand promoter button. If you've already passed that, you may or may not have known that that was available to you. If you didn't know about that, reach out to your promoter, to your upline, and let them know that you missed out on that. You don't want to miss out on a repeat. Sometimes they'll repeat them. Sometimes they'll do different stuff like that as well too. So if you did know about it and you missed out, sometimes that happens, you guys. Sometimes that's just the way that it is. But what we want to talk about now is now you're a promoter. Now you're a promoter. You're in Team Peacemaker as a part of Team Dream Chasers. You are a le-vel brand promoter, and you're saying, what do I do every day? How do I slowly grow and develop my business? How do I make the changes? Well, we call these things daily method of operations, DMOs, or IPAs, which are income producing activities. Now, I consider those two things very different things. Income producing activities, I very much consider things like direct reach outs to people, cold messaging people if that's something you're comfortable with, being at events, talking to somebody at the gas station because you see that they got a case of Red Bull, actual things that are going to directly drive income, directly drive profits and sales. That's a different story, and that's something we'll cover at another time. But this video, I really want to focus on DMOs. This is daily method of operations. This is kind of like that checklist at work. You know, when you are working a job, you have a checklist that when you get there, you have to do these things, and if you don't do these things in your shift, that your manager is going to kind of get on your butt a little bit about. That's what DMOs are. DMOs are really a simple checklist, and I'm going to go through what I do. But I want to be very clear, you guys, that when you are a brand promoter with le-vel, when you are here as a brand promoter, you have this opportunity to build a business in your own decisions, in your own ways. You have an opportunity to really develop a business from the ground up, picking and choosing different things that you want to do. And so when I talk about my DMOs, I want to be very clear that those can be different than yours. What we're going to do today is we're just going to discuss some different ideas, some things that people do as they go through their day to really develop their business and to create those IPAs. It's like DMOs almost make IPAs possible. DMOs also give you something to do so you're not scrolling, so you're not stuck, like getting down in the dumps because you're not getting sales. Like DMOs give you something to do when you're not doing something else with your business or doing something else in general. So DMOs tend to be very, very important because of that. It looks like Brenda is on here. Brenda, did you want to pop on? We'll add you on here. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, though. Brenda, can you hear me? Awesome. So, Brenda, I want you to think of any questions that you have about DMOs for now, because you're the only one I got on here live, so I'd like to do that. You can go ahead and mute your video back out, though, if you want, until you have some questions. It's entirely up to you. At the bottom, there's little buttons. You just click the camera and the mic, and that'll do that for you. Background turned out really cool. Awesome, you guys. Well, sorry, I kind of got a little distracted because I saw that some people were on. And let's all say hi to Brittany. Brittany is watching on YouTube live. So, Brittany, go ahead and leave some comments on there. Any questions that you have should pop up on my StreamYard so I can be able to see them. Like, Brittany, I guess my question for you is when you're talking to people, what are some of the things that you have challenges with on a daily basis that you're not sure you should be doing or not? So what I do every day, you guys, and I'm going to start with that, and you can tell me if maybe you do some of those things, maybe you do things a little bit differently. But what's really important about DMOs is that they are keeping you focused on getting in front of new people. You always want to be talking to new people. You want to be talking to other people. You want to be talking to different people. You have your thrivers, you have your customers, you have your people on your team. Those people know how to get in touch with you. For you to grow and build and continue to grow your network, you need to talk to new people. And so some of the DMOs that I like to use are birthdays. And I don't do birthdays like the day of. I go on to the desktop version of Facebook and I do birthdays like a day late. And I say, I'm so sorry I missed your birthday. I hope you had a great birthday. What did you do? And that's what I put on their wall. That's what I message them because it's creating a conversation. And honestly, if I really am a good, decent human, I want to know what they did for their birthday because that's fun. Like it's fun to get into a conversation with them. Maybe they talk about something that's going to relate to how you can help them with your business or your opportunity. Maybe you just have a great conversation with an old friend or somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. Like that's the cool part about birthdays. So birthdays are a great one like that. I have a couple of personal DMOs, and what I want to talk about with DMOs is that DMOs don't necessarily have to even be directly 100% related to your business, but you are an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You own this business right now. If you are a le-vel independent brand promoter or any brand promoter for any network marketing business or sales business out there, and you are getting 1099, you own your own business. You are a subcontractor of the company. And so you have to keep that in mind, that your health and your wellness is just as important to the business as other DMOs and other sales is to the business. And so I have H2O on there. I have my Shape scale on there. I also have Read marked on there. And Read simply just means I have a couple of like daily kind of affirmation books and just like stuff that I like to read, and that just helps with my mind. The Shape means it's a scale that I like to do and I like to stay consistent with, and that also helps me stay focused on my goals. H2O is water. You guys, we gotta drink half our weight in water, and if you're drinking half your weight in water, you're honestly gonna feel much, much better, and you're gonna be able to do all of the things that are needed to have and run this business. Speaking of that, I just lost my water and I have dried off. Um, so those are some of the personal things that I have on there. I also have 54321. Now, if you guys don't know what the 54321 is, go into your back office. And if you are an independent brand promoter for le-vel, you have a cloud office, 100% free. It's really awesome. Tons of reports, tons of great training in there. Under resources, there's a resource for the 54321 that explains what that is. And it also gives you the ability to print out your very own 54321 sheets. I love these sheets. What it is a daily, kind of like more daily tasks. So instead of me putting all of these daily tasks on here on my checklist, this is like a separate checklist for my checklist. And it basically is just talking about reach outs, follow-ups, making sure you remember to post on your social media about your Thrive or whatever product you're doing, adding new names to your list of people that you're going to be reaching out to, and then connecting with leaders within your network if you have some. And everybody who is in our company has leaders in your network. They don't necessarily have to be downline leaders. You can connect with upline leaders. You can connect with sideline leaders. Connecting and talking to them about how they do their business is the best way for you to learn different ways for you to do your own business. And that's what I love about it. So that's really what this is about, you guys, is you don't have to do all of these DMOs. except for the 5 4 3 2 1. Honestly, if you're in le-vel, you should be doing 5 4 3 2 1 every day. I guarantee you. And I'll bet you $100 if you do 5 4 3 2 1 consistently every single day for 21 days, you will see growth and change in your business. It's absolutely awesome, absolutely amazing. But the 5 4 3 2 1 is really helpful, and that's one of my checklist items. Orders. I go into my back office and I check new orders. I check new customers every single day. Every day you need to get into your back office and you need to look. I suggest doing it in the morning and doing it at night, because sometimes you'd be surprised how that changes over it. And then I also have groups in here. It's very important to like interact with Facebook groups and different groups outside of like the Thrive world, because that's how you're going to start creating and connecting into new networks. And so getting into groups, when you join a group, getting writing a welcome post into that group, those are all very important things that you will see by posting a welcome post. Like, so if you join like mommies who love cats group on Facebook, and you say thank you so much for joining and letting me join, and you tag the admins and just thank them for having an awesome group, and ask what cats other people have, and maybe post a picture of your cat. It has nothing to do with Thrive. This is a long play version of getting new people. But what happens is you'll have a lot of people like comments, and you can go through and you can talk about how pretty their cat is and ask what their cat's names are and this and that. And as you start to create conversations with people within the comments, what'll happen is eventually you'll say, you know what, this is a great conversation. You mind if I just add you and I'll just send you a message? We can keep going and talking about this cat food you're telling me about. And now you've just added a new person who lives in Florida. You don't know anybody else in Florida, or maybe you do, but now you have a new person who lives in Florida and they have you on Facebook, and now you're talking about this food. Well, you're telling them, you're going to go get this food. Well, if you go get that food and your cat eats it and they like it, you thank them for that. You keep up with them. Eventually, because you are doing 5 4 3 2 1, you're posting on your social media, they're seeing your stories, they're seeing your Thrive experience, they're seeing other people's Thrive experience because you're sharing stories and things like that. They're going to ask you during a conversation, during something, or while you're talking to them, they're going to tell you, I wish I could play with my cat more, but when I get home from work, I'm super tired. Well, you know what? These supplements that I've been taking really help me get extra energy that I didn't know that I even had. You want me to connect you with somebody who can answer more questions about it if you're interested. Boom. Now you got them connected. And that's all you have to say, Brittany. Brittany on here says, when she talks to somebody, she'll stumble over her words and doesn't have the confidence. Well, how many calls a week do you listen to? I know you listen to a lot of Zooms, but le-vel literally has a call every Tuesday night and a Zoom every Thursday night, and they're experienced people. And when you listen to those calls and Zooms over and over again, you start to pick up on the way that people talk, and that'll build your confidence. The other thing is maybe you're talking too much. I'm just being honest. But most of the time, you shouldn't be talking more than a couple of sentences to somebody who's interested, because they're going to ask a question. And if they ask a question, everybody on Team Peacemakers knows what questions equal, right? Questions equal connections. And it's so very, very important to make sure that you're utilizing that for those connections. Because if you're not connecting, you're not getting validation, you guys. And it's not because you have to. And you don't have to connect them to me. You can connect them to another Thriver in our team. You can connect them to Sam or somebody else within our team. But the connection creates a validation. And I have literally had some of my best friends and family members not believe me and my wife about this Thrive, but then believe a complete stranger once I got them connected to somebody else. Like that's what happens here, you guys, and you have to realize that. And if you're not utilizing connections, either through group chats, getting people to our events, we're going to be doing every Thursday night, starting on June 3rd, from 3 to 6 at the Delavan, off the bricks in Delavan. We're going to have a booth there that anybody is more than welcome to join me at. If you are within Team Peacemakers, you're more than welcome to join me. This is for the summer of 2021. So if you're watching this video after 2021, I do still love doing booths. And so if we ever have a booth and you're within the team and you're watching this video, reach out to me and let me know. I'll gladly have you join us. When we do booths, we're going to be doing build your own samples. We're going to have DFTs for sale, as well as just stories and information for people and helping people learn about the Thrive experience, because that's what it's about. So if people aren't willing to do a three-way chat or a three-way call, getting them to one of the events is just as important. In fact, probably more so, because face-to-face works way more often than text messages or phone calls. So keep that in mind as well too. Well, that was a lot of talking. All right. So that's really what it comes down to, you guys. DMOs, I mean, everybody is overwhelmed by them. And the reality is pick some, try it for a couple of weeks, pick some other ones, try those for a couple of weeks. Eventually, you're going to find what works best for you. Maybe doing birthdays a day ahead of time and saying, hey, I wanted to be the first one to wish you a happy birthday, and send them a message beforehand. Maybe, I don't know, like, what other types of DMOs do you do? Brenda, do you have anything else that you do on a regular basis? I'm not sure if you're still by your stuff or not, but you're the only one on here. Or Brittany, is there anything that you do on a regular basis that is a little bit different? We have a lot of other team members, but unfortunately, we're doing this video kind of in the middle of the day while my 9-month-old daughter is napping, and so we don't quite have as much input. But I mean, if you guys are watching this, if you're watching this video and the replay of this, tell me some of the stuff that you do as network marketers, as direct sellers, as representatives for the companies that you work for. What are some of the daily things that you do? Think back to some of the stuff that you did when you were working, more normal odd end jobs. What are some of the stuff you did then? Did you turn the lights on? Well, turning the lights on in network marketing is posting about your product or putting it in your story. Did you sweep up? Well, sweeping up is going through and cleaning up, any negative stuff, any negative comments, or clearing up any negativity from your team or anything like that, and snuffing that out, or making sure you're taking care of it and helping those people out. The cash register, or let's going through your back office. Training. Everybody has training at their work. We have hours upon hours of amazing training in the back office, as well as the stuff that we're going to be doing here for Team Peacemakers as well too. So keep all that stuff in mind, you guys. But if you do ever have any questions, whether you're watching this replay in a couple of days or you're watching this replay in years from now, feel free to use this. Ask whatever questions you'd like to ask. Brenda says she does stories and birthdays. Oops, I lost everyone for a second. Sorry, y'all. But that's really what it comes down to. So Brenda said she does stories and birthdays consistently. Stories is definitely one of them. I count stories in my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as part of the 3 social media posts that I do each day. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you had and learned something from this, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay down the line. And I really do appreciate you guys taking a little bit of time to learn a little bit more about network marketing, about what we do with le-vel, and about ways to be able to build and grow your own business, whether it's with our company or a different company. I just wouldn't see anyone wanting to do anything else in the health and wellness space, because these are some of the best products I've ever seen. The best commission scale and compensation program I've ever seen. And honestly, we are the best team you're ever going to find. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you very much for joining me. Feel free to follow the YouTube page or find me on Facebook if you have direct questions and you want to message me. But we'll do some other fun training and stuff on here as well in the future. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a good rest of your day. We'll talk to you all soon.